We also want to bring in Tom Lee, Fundstrat founder and head of research with us. He's here at Post 9 for some market reaction. What do you think? In a week that's been busy with headlines.
It's another headline, and I do think the market has liked what Trump's done with trade and foreign policy, so I think she definitely leaves on a good note. But I think at the moment the markets are much more focused on what's happening with interest rates.
And we did get more commentary from President Trump about China. Says that he doesn't think they're ready to make a deal. It needs to be a two-way street. I mean, we've heard some of these types of comments both from him and other members of administration in recent weeks. Think that we're still in for a long haul in terms of the trade tensions there?
Yeah, because I think there's a larger strategic issue, which really represents the growing sort of economic power of China, and they're building fiber everywhere in Silk Road. So I think creating a fair ground for the U.S. is really important. And again, I think markets have liked what Trump has done with regard to China.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Michelle what you think about where we stand with China, given the president's comments that they're not ready right now to make a deal. And when UN Ambassador Nikki Haley was going through some of the accomplishments at the UN, there have been some significant achievements: cutting the budget by more than $1 billion, dealing with the anti-Israel bias, dealing with North Korea. I wonder if you see China as one of the biggest challenges for her successor.
Yes, for sure, because the China trade situation is directly linked to what the president wants to do on North Korea. And he has said that explicitly, that he wants China's help when it comes to North Korea, and he needs China's help when it comes to enforcing sanctions, because they share a border, because so much of the illegal things that happen on the border between the two countries. So as hard as he wants to go on China, he always considers what they can do when it comes to North Korea. As for where the administration stands right now, what I see is them trying to line up all of these other countries in the world, in the Western Hemisphere, to be a united solid front against China, hence the USMCA, as he likes to call it now, and perhaps trying to get the Europeans on board as well to come along with them to have a solid front against China.
And Tom, just to give you the last word as we wrap up this entire discussion, you just mentioned rising interest rates, obviously been a big focus of the markets the last couple of days. Do you think we continue to go higher from here? And what is your take on markets and where investors should be positioned?
Well, I do think interest rates are rising in response to very good conditions in the U.S., and I think the fact is we're still growing, so I think inflation and interest rates are rising. So I think the markets initially reacted by just deleveraging, right, position squaring, but going forward, I think you want to be overweight value stocks because they're more correlated to higher interest rates and faster economic growth. And, it's been almost, 15 years of growth outperformance, so I think it's reversing.
Great. Well, thank you all for joining us.